So, do we need to adjust anything here?
Well, Mandy and Daryl aren't doing anything but standing up. They can't move this round. But here's the deal. They can, when they get out, they can attempt to close a gate using their fight or their lore, their choice, whichever is higher. With Mandy, it looks like it would be lore.
Right, and she has enough to seal the gate.
She has enough to seal the gate. But here's the deal. Depending on who is the first player at that point, that player, that investigator, is going to have to wait until the other one gets out, or they will be lost in time and space. So It doesn't matter. Both are going to come out and have an exploration marker underneath them showing that they explored that other world.
Right.
So at that point, whoever comes out first can choose to not encounter the gate. And as long as they do not move, they can attempt to close that gate the next round. So when the other one comes out, and if that other one happens to be Mandy, she comes out, she can try and close the gate. If she succeeds, she can immediately seal the gate. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So I'm not going to do anything there. I think the outer worlds are a little tricky. A lot of them are like lore and luck, and I just don't remember what the ratio is for them. I think I'm going to keep her where she is and him where he is on that. Okay, what are you doing, Jennifer?
Well, I don't want to go encounter a gate because you're already sucked in there. And so I guess I'm going to go get more clue tokens. Now, Ash Campete, he's got 5 fight, but I think he needs more weapons. But he's only got $1.
Oh, you could go to the newspaper. If you look at the locations, they have symbols on what you'll more likely get than other types of traits.
But here's the thing, though. He's got to at least evade, and his sneak is a 3. That's...
Okay, so the first monster here, when you move into a place with a monster, it automatically has to stop. Yeah. And then you have to choose to either evade or fight these monsters. Okay, and then if you pass the evade check, you can move on. Right. Now, in this case, there's 2 monsters, so she'll have to evade both of them and then move on. If she ever failed the evade test, like say she went for a night gaunt first, she failed that evade test, then she would have to fight the monster. And actually, she would have to fight both monsters. She couldn't evade the second one.
Right. Now, I moved my will fight over, but I could just not move that one and then move this to make my sneak 4. Do you think that would be a better idea? Since I think I need more weapon or something to fight. Because I only have a physical +1. Yeah, I think I'll... Yeah.
Okay.
Until I get more weapons, I think that's what I have to do.
Alright, so you're just going to try and sneak past them.
Yeah.
Alright. And then go where to... Well, you don't have money.
I mean, I can go up to the news...
You could take a loan, which will give you $10.
Well, what's the cost?
The cost is that...
I owe them my life.
Yeah, well, if you take a loan, you get $10. And then any fees, you could pay it back and then discard this loan back to the loan pile. And then you could take another loan out later on if you choose to. But
you can only have one at a time.
Yes, you can only have one at a time. But if you do not have $10, then during the upkeep phase, you'll have to roll a die on a 1 through 3. You'll have to pay $1 or discard all of your items along with this card, and then you cannot get another bank loan for the rest of the game. So it's kind of steep.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go up to the newspaper like you suggested.
Okay.
I mean, I can go over... his speed is a max of 3, so... 1,
2, 3.
Yeah, I can get there.
2,
I can't
3.
get...
The general store also has some money, but I find the newspapers there. It's the newspapers, money, or clue tokens. There's a higher probability of those.
Right. Well, I can go to the general store and meet up with Kate. Like, I can send Kate to,
Okay, so that's what you're going to do? And then you're just going to move Kate to the general store?
Yeah.
Does she have enough? 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. Yeah, she's got 3. He's got 3.
You sure you don't want to go down into the woods and get some clue tokens?
Listen.
They're unstable.
I do not. No. I don't mind going to unstable locations. I have never, ever gone to the woods and have had anything good happen to me. So, you enjoy the woods.
Okay. Alright, so that was the end of the upkeep phase. Again, if we had anything that was exhausted, we'd refresh at this point in time. Jennifer.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm first. Mandy's first. So she is the lead in Rely.
Well, I didn't do my upkeep, you goofball.
I thought you did that.
No, I put it back to what it was. So
okay.
Okay.
You're not changing Kate?
No. I think she's okay right now.
Alright, so now we're finally going to get into the movement phase.
Yeah.
So, Mandy's up first. She's in the other world and she's late. The only thing she could do is stand up straight. Now, if she weren't the lead and she went in the other world, the only movement she could do is go from the left side to the right side of that world. Okay, you can see there's a line in between the two sections, a little arrow that points over. Okay, if she were in the left side, she would just move over to the right side. If she were in the right side, then she would come out to the gate that she went through. And then we put the exploration marker on there and then explore the gate during the encounter phase. But we'll get into that when it happens in a couple rounds.
Okay, so
Mandy's done.
Kate's going to move to the general store.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then Daryl's just going to do the same. Stand up.
And then Pete is going to evade.
So he's 1. Now there's 2 monsters here. We have the Hound of Tyndall's.
So what do I got? My sneak is a 4.
Yes, his awareness is a -1. And then we had the Biaki, and his awareness is a -2.
Okay, so for the Biaki, I roll 2 die.
Okay.
And I passed.
She passed. All she needs is 1, 5, or 6. So she evaded that one. Now she's going to move over to the Hound.
That one's a -1, so I roll 3 die.
3 dice. Take your sneak.
And I passed.
Subtract that. So she passed there. And now she evaded these. You know, the monsters didn't even know she was there. She can continue on her way. She has 2 more points of movement, so she goes to Rivertown and then to the general store. And now
I can do swapsies with my...
She can swap stuff.
Now, what does the general store say? Because I can't really read it that well.
You draw 3 common items.
Okay.
You pick one and buy it.
Alright, so I have $7. I think I'm going to give him $4.
Okay.
So make some change here. So that way she's not totally broke. Yeah.
Are you going to trade any items?
Well, I could give him my +1 fight since he's probably more likely.
No, you
I know
can't.
I can't because that's a skill.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
You give him common item, unique item.
He does have the spell thing.
Well, is he going to be your? Your
I was going to use him as my fighter.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Magical weapon.
Yeah, I could give him.
Well, you don't have that. I mean,
yeah.
it would. You should have each investigator have at least 1 weapon.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave her this because you lose 1 sanity and discard after use, so it's a 1 and done. So I think for right now, I'm not going to trade anything.
Okay.
Other than cash.
Now, what we were talking about is the fighter and all that. When we first started this game, what we were doing is just, it was an all-out war for clue tokens. You know, whoever got it, got it. Can't really do that.
We didn't go with the cooperative so much as, well, I want to get that so I can do this, you know.
Yeah, and even when we were trying to cooperate a little more, it's just, we were just clue tokens, grab them, you know. Now, the downside to that is these clue tokens are going to get sucked away, or you know, they're going to get harder to get towards the end of the game, the further you move on. So, basically what, in my experience, what I found is you want to have 1 or 2 investigators at the most collecting clue tokens and then going through the other worlds and see on gates. And then the other guys, you want to, you know, have them build up weapons in case when the Ancient One awakes, so you have something to fight them with, and then also beating up monsters, because remember, we got that monster limit in. It could kind of funnel you in certain areas with the monsters and prevent you from getting the gates and whatnot. Alright, so that was the end of the movement.
Correct.
So now we go to the Arkham encounters. Now, when me and Jen usually play, we just combine both the Otherworld and the Arkham encounters. I haven't seen a timing issue, but this is just a base game. There could be timing issues with the expansions. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing a timing issue, so we basically do it the same. But for this video, we'll try and remember to do it the right way, which is first you do Arkham, and then you do the Otherworlds. So
Mandy's first player, but she's in Arkham. So then we're going to go with Kate.
I'll go with Kate.
And Kate is just going to do a purple encounter.
Okay, so she's at the general store here, which
I
means
could buy something.
She could buy something at the general store or do the encounter for the location.
I'm going to do the encounter for the location.
Okay.
Purple.
So here you go, and then shuffle these up. This is a rule that beginner players always forget. Shuffle those up.
You notice that some of the locals have an odd fish-like quality to them that sets your teeth on edge. The shopkeeper notices your gaze and nods. Marsh stock from over the inn's mouth. Watch yourself around them. Shivering, you lose one sanity.
Ooh, fish people scared you, Jen?
Apparently.
Okay, so you put that on the bottom deck, and she would lose one sanity.
Yeah.
Are you going to encounter that again, or no?
No, I am not.
Okay.
I'm going to buy some stuff.
Okay.
What can I buy?
Okay, so now she's done. Going to discard this.
Well, actually, okay, but
again,
so
Daryl's in the other world, so
right.
We're going to wait. It goes back to Pete. Now, Pete is at the general store, which will allow him to draw the top 3 items from the common item deck.
Pete can draw from the bottom or the top.
Okay, so
and at any time I can look at the bottom. So just give me the.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Pete's special ability.
Yeah, that's not that great.
Okay, so now I'll flip around, draw 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now out of those 3 cards, she can choose to buy one, and there's a cost indicated on the lower right corner of the card.
Alright. Unfortunately, I got 2 of the same.
Yeah.
I can get a tome, and I can exhaust movement points to make a lore check. It'll let me gain 3 clue tokens and discard them. Or I can have a cross, which is a magical weapon. So
well, I want to go with the tome because he's low on lore. Unless you want to trade it off to Kate. That's just what your call.
This is true. That might be a good thing to pass off. Because the magical weapon, it's a cross. I gain +0 to combat checks. +3 if my opponent is undead. And then I get +1 to horror checks. So
it's pretty useless in combat, but it'll help you with horror checks and undeads, which is a key word.
So I'm going to go with the
monsters.
old journal in hopes to trade it with Kate. So that cost me $1, and I'll give these back to Barry.
Okay, and then these guys are... There's no discard pile, per se, in Arkham, so you just throw them on the bottom of the deck. So if Pete goes again, he can look at the bottom of the deck. Now, well, he knows what's there, but if he didn't, he can see what's there. Yeah. Alright, so that's the end of that.
Now, you can only trade in the movement phase?
No, you can trade anytime you're in a location.
So right now we're still in the same location. I could trade.
Right. You could trade now. You could even if you were in the other worlds like I am, and they're both in the same location.
Okay. I just didn't want to make So I bought the book, and I'm like, here, Kate, have a book.
Okay. All right. So now we move on to the other worlds. So with the other world encounters, we have these gate cards. Mm-hmm. Now there are 4 different color gate cards, and this is really why it's not too good with the. There's colorblind people. 5
of each color on. I don't know if you noticed that. I noticed it the other day.
What?
There's 5 spots that have yellow, 5 spots that have red, 5 spots that have.
Oh no, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But it depends on which location you're at, which combination of colors you want to draw. So they're at Rely here. They want either a red or a yellow card. Okay, so there are 4 colors: red, yellow, blue, and green. And there's also 1 white card in there, which will just let you shuffle the deck. Okay, but. What we're going to do is we're going to take these gate cards and we're going to draw a card until we get either a red or a yellow.
And you grab the yellow.
Happens to be the first one is a yellow. Then we are going to look at this yellow card, and they all have 2 named locations or other on the bottom. Okay, so if your investigator is not at a named location, you would choose the other and read that and see what it is. So, who we at? We're at Mandy. She says... A ripple in the air passes over you. Pass a lore -1 check. So her lore is 3 right now. So you get 3 dice. And then -1. Okay. Now, we could also include any of these items that she has, if it would affect that. And it does not look at it. I could use some of these spells, but I'm not going to do that right now. Her lore's kind of low anyway. I actually should have probably boosted that up. But every time I do that, I get screwed with the luck on the encounters. So we're going to roll 2 dice. Reroll that one because it's cocked, and she failed either one. Alright, so. Or lose 1 spell of your choice as it is burned from your hand. So she failed. I'm going to assume she loses the spell anyway. She doesn't have any spells, so it didn't really affect her.
Alright then.
Okay, so now we move on to Daryl. Same deal. We need either a red or a yellow card. Daryl is it, Rely.
Yeah.
So,
now, did you say that sometimes it doesn't have the location and you just read the other?
Yes. Okay, so this actually has Rely on it. It says, the night stars change and the brazen temple doors open, pouring forth a vast black corpulence. Roll a die and lose that much sanity. That sucks.
Boom, boom.
1. Got
yay.
lucky. Alright. That could have been a lot worse. Alright, so he loses 1 sanity, and that is the end of his encounter. So what? He just walked up on this temple? Just at the bad time?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the end of the Otherworld encounter. Now I draw a Mythos card. Okay, so like I said, with the Mythos cards, we go from the bottom left, up, down, and then we do the top section. Okay, so a gate will open up at the woods.
Told you, nothing good ever happens at the woods.
Okay, now this is a house roll I have. I place the gates face down.
Just so you're surprised when you flip it over.
Yeah, it's more thematic. Normally we'd flip them up like we have here, but
I don't think it really matters. It's your preference.
yeah. Okay, now
like to be surprised.
Anytime a gate opens on a location that has clue tokens, those clue tokens go away. A gate opens, so Ithaca will get 1 Doom token and 1 monster will appear.
I don't know why Barry lets me pick monsters. I'm awful at it.
You are. We got a Mygo. Okay. And then we move up to the Clue Appears section, which is in Independent Square. Then we go down to the movement. So, on white, a square or a diamond will move. On black, a circle will move. So we have a square. And the hound is a special monster. Okay, the green border means it's a special movement. What his special thing is, he will move to the closest investigator inside of the town of Arkham. So the hound will go right here. So that was a square.
I never liked you.
I know. If it were a diamond, it would move, on this white circle or white lines, following the arrows. It says here on black, circles move. Our 3 blue monsters here are black. Are circles. Let me just double check, because sometimes the circles look like hexagons.
Yeah.
Alright, so they all are circles. What this means is they're flying creatures. So they're basically going to be flying around, hovering, trying to ambush our investigators. The first time this happens, if they are in a location with an investigator, and this is any monster, if they are in a location with an investigator, they do not move. Okay, that's not true here. So what they would do is move to an investigator if they were in a street attached to the location where the monsters are. There are none there. Okay, so the final thing is they move to the sky here, and they wait to ambush our poor investigators later on. So the next time that symbol is pulled, they will attack an investigator in any street in Arkham. Okay, so that's the end of the movement. Now we go to the top. It says Heat Wave, Environment, Weather. Now, Ithaca's special thing is we ignore all weather environment cards. There's 3 different types of environment. There's weather, urban, and
something else.
Mystic. Okay, so we just ignore that and discard the card. Okay. Kate gets the first player marker.
Swell.
Okay. Alright, so we are in the upkeep phase. Okay, then exhaust nothing. What are we going to do, Jennifer?
I don't know, Bear. I guess I have to evade a monster or fight him.
He's a bit of a tough one.
Great.
He's physically immune, which means any physical weapons are ineffective to him. He has a horror modifier of -2, but if you lose 4 points of damage in horror. Or sanity, rather. His fight is at a -1, and if you lose 3 points of stamina. And he has a toughness of 2, so you gotta have 2 successes to beat him. Now, his awareness is a 1, so you can pretty much get by him with no problem.
A +1, -1?
-1.
Well, my sneak's 3. But Kate does have a magical weapon.
Okay.
Of a +9. But it's a discard.
It's a 1 and done.
And I lose 1 sanity, but I'm planning on going up to Arkham Asylum. So...
Well, the Hound is he's not tough, he's annoying. He's a little tough. He's not the toughest, but he's
and I gotta beat him twice. But I can adjust my... Well, my fight's 2. That would give me 11 minus...
1.
So I get 10 die. So I think I'll fight him.
Okay.
Oh, but then do I get to move?
No.
I freaking stay there. Sorry.
Yes, anytime you fight a monster, your movement's done.
Fine. So I don't need to move my movement. Then I'll move my fight up. 1.
So we're gonna do sneak by him?
No, I was gonna fight him.
Okay. I'm pretty much just gonna go over 1 space. I
And
might adjust some of this, but we'll see. What's Pete doing?
Pete might stay there just one more time to do a little shopping.
Okay. So Pete will also have to evade this monster. But remember, if you fail, then you gotta
So that would be my sneak. My sneak is a 4, so I think I'm alright.
Okay. Now my guys are just gonna slide over 1. Do I want to adjust this? I think I will adjust Mandy's lore and luck. I always get screwed with this stuff.
Well, you have 2 focus. I only have 1 each, so...
Oh, okay.
Did you not realize?
No, I didn't. So Jen can only move her up 1 or down. Now
I have to move 1, 2, or 2 different ones, 1 space. On each of his.
So let's see how this is going to work. This round, it'll be Daryl first and then Mandy. Next round, if nothing bad happens, Mandy will come out first. And she has enough to seal the gate, but she's got to wait for Daryl to pop out. So I'm going to leave her sneak where it is right now. I'm going to leave her fight where it is. She's going to use her lore to try and seal the gate because that's the highest. But she can move it up to the next round when she comes out. He doesn't have to worry about it. Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to move anything on Daryl right now, I don't think. Okay, so, well, you know what? He's got a focus too. I am going to move his fight will down 1, so it's at 3 and 3. Again, you never know what you're going to encounter. Alright, so that's it. We got a game plan?
Yeah, so,
Kate goes first. What's she going to do?
She's going to attack.
She's going to attack? Okay, so now to attack, the information on the back of these monsters is free at any time. So it says she's got to do a horror check, which is her will -2. She needs 1 success to pass the horror check.
See, and I moved my thing over 1, not knowing that I had to do the horror check.
Well, your fight's a +1.
Yeah, but now my will is 1, so I fail the horror check. And I lose what? How many sanity?
4. Well, did you want to...
Then I die.
No, you don't say. Well, did you not realize that it was that?
Correct.
Well, you just want to keep it at 2 or wherever it was.
Well, then I still fail. Unless I move this, instead of moving it that way, I move it this way and I get to roll 1 die.
Well, no, yeah, well, it's your choice. Is that what you want to do? You want to move? Okay. So, You roll. Her will is 3, right?
My will is 3.
And this has a -2, so she only gets to roll 1 die. She needs a 5 or a 6. Didn't get it. She's got a choice. She can spend the clue token or take the damage.
I'm spend the clue token because otherwise I'm insane.
Okay.
And I passed.
Okay, so she passed a horror check. She doesn't lose any sanity, rather. Okay, so now we move on to the combat. So his modifier is -1. So it would be her fight -1.
So my fight is 1 plus my weapon is 9. So I get 9 die because it's 10 minus 1. Okay, so I get 10 die.
-1.
I get 11 minus 1, so 10.
And now she has to have 2 successes. And I think she got it.
Just barely.
Just barely. Half the dice are 5s or 6s. Alright, so she killed the hound. Now, under most circumstances, when you defeat a monster, you will take that monster as a trophy, and then you can spend the points of toughness, the blood drops, 4 different items in Arkham. Who's that, Kate?
Yeah, and I hit my thing, so I think it was there.
The only monster this doesn't affect is the endless monsters. Then they just go right back to the cup. So that was Kate. I'm on Daryl. Daryl, I'm gonna move over 1. Goes over to Ash Can.
Alright, so he doesn't need to evade. He's going to shop.
Okay, so we go back up to Mandy. She's going to move over 1. Now we go into the Arkham encounters. Kate is first. What's she going to do?
Well, she'll... Oh, I have to discard this. I know I have to lose 1 sanity. I'm sorry, I forgot.
What is Kate going to do? Is she going
I guess she'll
to
shop.
Okay, so she gets 3 common items.
Correct. Well, I can't afford 1 thing, but then I'm wiped out. You gonna make me buy it?
Well, no. I mean, did you want to buy it or not?
It gives me +1 to luck checks. It's just a lantern. It's the only thing I can afford. Yeah, not really.
Alright, so I'm going to do that. I don't know if we're playing that right. I'm sure somebody will let us know.
Yeah.
Alright, so none of my guys are in Arkham. Goes over to Pete. Same thing, or are you going to encounter?
He's gonna purchase.
1, 2.
And I think
3.
since I know what was on the bottom of the deck and I put them in a certain order, I think I'll just take the top 3.
Yeah, I figured
instead
that.
of cheating.
I figured that. It's not cheating, that's his ability. You can look at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I could get dynamite. It's +8 to combat, but it's discard after use. I think I'll take the physical weapon. It's +3, but I don't have to get rid of it. Or do you think the dynamite would be better?
Well, the dynamite is kind of powerful, but...
Well, what are you thinking? What would you do?
What's the other thing? A knife?
Yeah, it only gives me +1.
I believe
but it's 1 hand, so I can have a knife and a gun.
Yeah.
So that would give me 4. Or I can get a motorcycle.
Which will give her +2 on movement, I believe.
Yeah.
It's your call.
Oh, it's a nudge. I think I'm gonna go with the gun.
Okay.
So it cost me $4.
Right.
Hello, baby nudge.
My parrot nudge. Okay, so now we can move on to the other world encounters. Both my guys are still in relay. I don't know how you pronounce that.
I don't know.
Alright, so who's up first? That would be Daryl. We draw a yellow card, which we need it. We need either yellow or red. Relay's not on here. Go to the other. It says, suddenly you notice something that you had previously missed. I gained 1 clue token. Daryl gains a clue token, which Mandy's the one I really wanted to, but that could help him out in combat and whatnot. Okay, then we go to Mandy. Same deal. Says, the shadow tries to force its way between your lips. The shadow's trying to force a kiss on her, Jen.
Ooh. Am I the shadow?
Yeah, it smells.
I always
you sucked the life out of me, too. Alright, it says, pass a fight -2 check, or lose 2 stamina and stay here the next turn. So, what is it? Fight +2. So, Mandy's fight is a 3. I'm sorry, 2. And then it would be -2, which would bring her to nothing. Nothing can help her. So she's just going to lose. She's not going to spend any clue tokens. She's going to just take the damage and stamina. And she has to stay here the next turn. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay her on her side to remind me that. I'll forget. She's not really technically delayed. Well, in a sense she is. So that sucks. Somebody tried to force kiss her and left her there. What kind of monster is that?
Raby.
Yeah. Alright. So, now we go on to the Mythos feed. Alright, it says that the Black Cave will get a gate opening. And Jen will place a Doom token on Ithaca.
I will grab a monster.
And she will screw us with a monster.
There you go. Zombie.
A zombie. Place him on there. Now, this is a rumor card. There is no clue appearing. Alright, so then we go to the monster movement.
Don't.
So, anything with a slash, triangle, or star moves on white. What do we got here? He's a moon. Everything else is a circle. So he doesn't move on white. Anything with a hexagon moves on black. Again, he's the only guy out there on the streets. He doesn't have that. All of our sky creatures are circles. Alright, so now we have a rumor. Now, rumors are a little different. What will happen is this rumor card will go out. And we have these reminder tokens here. I'm actually using one for Kate's ability to remind me that I use it every now and then. But we have these. What we do is place one of these locations, one of these tokens on the location that the rumor is affected. I don't do that. I tend to throw the card out to remind me that it's there. Okay, I'll throw the card out in the location. But what will happen is a rumor will come out, and this rumor will stay in effect until we satisfy the conditions of that rumor card. So if later on we drew another rumor card, we simply do the bottom section of it and then discard it if this card that is already out isn't satisfied. Okay, so let's see what the rumor is. It says, Disturbing the Dead, rumor, ongoing effect. Roll a die at the end of every Mythos phase while this card is in play, beginning the turn after this one. On a 1 or 2, increase the terror by 1. Okay. So, if we pass, if a single player discards 2 gate trophies during the Arkham encounter phase while in Rivertown streets, return this card to the box. Each player draws 1 spell. If we fail, if the terror track reaches... Well, we fail when the terror track reaches 10. Return this card to the box. Everybody is cursed.
Nice.
So we got to remember to do that. We got to roll 1 die at the end of the Mythos phase, and then on a 1 or 2, we increase the terror by 2 or by 1. So, Jen, we gotta get some gate trophies to get rid of this puppy.
Okay.
All right, so this is the Rivertown, so I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay, so that's the end of the Mythos phase. First player marker gets passed to Daryl. Okay, and then we move on to the up key. Okay, hold on. Thanks for watching. We're gonna pause the video here. Come back and join us. Get gaming.
Have fun.
And we'll see you next time.